What's up, Mr. fucking Desert Dime?
Oh hey, it's you guys again. What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. So, I've noticed more and more so, especially hanging out with the off-road group that I do now and going to the meets that we go to, that my truck is lacking some personality, some pizzazz, you know? It's got a nice basic build on it, but as far as like cosmetics or anything like body-wise or interior, super stock, super basic. So, I thought, you know what, why not just spice it up a little bit? Why not give it some personality? And no, having a front bumper gap and a broken rear fender panel thing, those aren't personality. As much as I'd like to think they are, it's not personality. So when I was at the last Taco Tuesday meet, somebody from our group, I forget who it was like a friend of a friend, but somebody from our group had a beer tap handle as a shift knob in their truck, and I was like, oh hey, that's pretty cool. I tried to talk to him about how he had it installed and how he, you know, how it all fits and everything, but he kind of essentially said, he didn't use these words, but like half-assed it, you know, like it's not fitting properly, but it gets the job done kind of thing. So ever since then, I was like, you know what, that would be pretty cool to have inside the truck. So I went on this mission to figure out how it all works and how I can make it fit and everything in a proper manner. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be attempting to install this 805 beer tap handle in the truck and make it my shift knob. Well, more or less, we'll get into that later. But essentially, we're trying to add some interior design. But before we get into this crazy shit show of an install that is gonna be going on today, I wanted to let you guys know and remind you that we are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. If you're into Tacomas, go ahead and subscribe because there's a lot of that going on. And if you're into off-roading in general, please go ahead and subscribe. Share this with friends and family that you know that are into it as well. With that being said, let's get into the video. All right, so the install is not as easy and straightforward as I thought it was gonna be. I've gone through a lot of revisions and a lot of research and stuff to figure out how I can make this work. So essentially my thought was, why don't I just go to Harbor Freight and pick up you know, a tap and die set so I can just re-thread the threads in this, boom, bada bing, done, easy, plain, simple, bam. Okay, that's what I initially thought. But then the problem became when I was just trying to test fit it and see what it would look like. I put it on and it goes all the way down. So I'm like, oh shit. The diameter of this is bigger than that bolt. So even if I did re-tap it and get new threads in there, it's too wide. It's not gonna catch, it's just gonna slide right over like it just did. So essentially the problem we're running into is two different size and measurements of threading on both ends. So for the shift knob bolt that we have here from Toyota, it's an 8mm by a 1.25. And then pretty much every single beer tap handle has a standard size of a 3/8 inch by 16. So now I'm like, oh man, what do I do at this point? And I'm like, well, why don't I just try to find an adapter for it, I guess. But I don't know if it's just because I just don't have the knowledge of it, but it is so damn hard to find adapters, especially for these two units of measurement, which are not the same units. So I tried that for a while, turned up nothing, and thought, okay, we need to go a different route. So I brainstormed a bit and hit up my off-road group, and one of my buddies, Andreas, was like, dude, why don't you just fill it with some epoxy, just fill it completely, solid epoxy all the way up, and then once it's full, then you can drill out and then tap the epoxy. And I thought, I mean, that's the best option we have right now, right? We just have to have something fill up that diameter. So as of right now, the game plan is we got our epoxy. I'm gonna try to find a cardboard box where I can cut the top and the bottom so it slides in and holds it standing up like a sleeve. The bottom hole will rest on the cardboard. It'll be holding itself up because the box is gonna be around it like that. And then I'm just gonna try to squeeze the epoxy from the top and fill the bottom with all of the epoxy. I don't care how high it goes, but fill it all up. Then from there, I'll take a drill bit the size of the shift knob bolt, bore that out, then get the tap and thread it. And if all is done right, fingers crossed, that'll work. Ooh, one more thing. If you're here to actually do this project and not just enjoy another fantastic video, Something to keep in mind is that there are two different, essentially roughly two different measurements of beer tap handles. They have like long ones which are about a foot, like 12 inches, and then they have short ones which are around 7 inches, I'd say. Highly recommend getting the shorter one. This is about a 7-inch one. I'd have to find a measuring tape, but I think if you get the standard like 12-inch ones, they're going to be way too high. Because again, let's go check out the sizing on this. So this is the 7-inch one, and it's already pretty level with the clock, kind of blocking these. So if you had the 12-inch one, it might be about that freaking high, and I think that's just too much. That's too drastic. So it's time for a little bit of arts and crafts right now. Initially, I was just gonna let the cardboard plug itself, but since it looks like it shifts side to side, and I don't want the epoxy just pouring out if it's not directly flat, I'm just gonna put some tape over the end because that seems like the logical, smart solution that I didn't think of until right now. Oh, fuck, that smells so bad. Ugh. I've never used epoxy before, but that stuff smells gross. If this goes somewhat well to where it like works and it's functional, I'm definitely gonna try to do this again. Well, I am gonna do this again because this one right here that we're working on, it's not for me. I actually wanted a different handle. It's still an 805 one, but it's like a brushed aluminum. It just has 805 in large numbers down the side instead of like this white 805 Cerveza, like all that stuff. So this is for somebody else. But if this all goes well, I'd like to do it again. And now that we've kind of had like a trial and error kind of thing, just kind of keep building on it and learning from each of them to what I can do better the next time. But now that this is in and curing and setting, all we have to do is wait at this point. Okay, it's been over 24 hours now. It was still kind of gooey when I left it last night, so I was like, oh, you know, I know some epoxy takes like 24 hours to set and cure, so I'll leave it overnight and get to it tomorrow. And it's been like over 24 hours now, and I'm still pushing in. It's still like kind of gooey in the center, like hot glue almost kind of consistency. So either one, this isn't gonna harden the way I thought it was, like it's not gonna get like rock solid, or it just needs more time since it's just that thick of epoxy, you know? Okay, we are now back. It has been a little over 3 weeks since we first started filming this video. If we look, the bottom dried up pretty nice. There are a few air bubbles in there that I can see. If I were to do this again next time, I would take it a little bit slower with the draining and try to make sure there's no air bubbles, because again, those could cause some problems with the threading as well, but nothing catastrophic. I think one of my initial fears of this whole project was right. My theory was I probably should have bored this out first into a wider hole, then filled it with epoxy, because the threading that I'm trying to go to from what it is now is a little too close. So now that I just drilled in, it was so close that it literally just stripped all the epoxy and started hitting the threads. So now I'm back to square one. I think what I'm gonna do now, because there's literally like no epoxy left, I think it just filled in the threads. That's all that's left in there. I might just get the drill bit and just kind of bore it out to make it smooth and then try to tap it and see what happens. So I think we just bore it out even bigger. Bore it out bigger, refill it, and go from there, because not much else we could do at this point. All right, we're back weeks later because I've been mainly dealing with all these other projects we have going on. and videos that are already up, but we're trying to get back to making the shift knob. So I think this epoxy's dried by now. I've left it for a few weeks. So we're gonna try to bore it out again, and then we're gonna try to tap it, and hopefully this all works. Oh my God, dude.
Why are you scared?
Because it's gonna go like crooked, and then I'm gonna have like a sideways sitting shift knob, and it's gonna piss me off. My OCD is too bad for this.
10 minutes later.
Gotta make sure it's centered, dude. This is gonna be so. Oh, that's not bad. I also don't want it to get too hot because it's gonna start like melting the epoxy or like making it gooey again. Is it going down anymore?
How deep are you supposed to go?
I don't know. That's the problem. I had it all measured out the first time around before I bored it out bigger, but now I'm just lost. I don't know how deep I am right now, actually.
Can people even trust you with these videos?
I don't know, man. This isn't going any deeper, is it?
No.
Oh, dude, I think I might have started hitting metal. See, I think it did go in crooked.
Why?
Like, if I'm looking in the top, oh, you gotta look in the sunlight. Like, you can kind of see it get darker. You see what I'm talking about, though? I was like, you see the dark circle kind of off center?
Yeah. I mean, try threading it and see how it fits, no? I think you're overthinking it.
I think this didn't go deep enough. You have to see the threading on. Let's just get inside of a truck that's on jack stands and fuck around, right? This thing's like levitating on hydraulics too, because I was too lazy to go get 2 more jack stands. Actually,
Right here? Oh, you can't really fit. Oh, I mean, you can.
I don't know. I'm just trying to get the threading at least. I don't care about the rest. That's like almost exactly.
Yeah, I think you should be good.
I was trying to have it sit lower though, so it's not like. I'll try to drill a little bit deeper because once I thread it, I can't drill it anymore, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going sideways. That's.
Why 805 though?
Honestly, it was like the coolest looking one. Well,
Do you even like
like-
805s?
I do.
Okay.
It was like the most simple one too, because like I was gonna get a Modelo one, but it had like the whole skull on top and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
And I have to find ones that are shorter and not like the tall standard size ones, because then it's gonna be coming up too far. You like my cheap little $20 tap and die set?
I mean, I don't even have one, so yeah, it's kind of
It
cool.
works.
Where'd you get it at? Harbor Freight?
Yeah.
Oh.
On their sale too. They're having some sale.
So right now you're basically creating the threads for the shifter, right?
Yeah, I have to line it up properly. But yeah, like we were talking about earlier, I don't know if threading into epoxy is gonna work like I think it is.
I mean, as long as it serves this function, it should be okay. Alright, moment of truth.
I'm honestly gonna be surprised if this works, but I have very low hopes for this. I mean, kinda. It's not like centered, but
Yeah.
you see it like rotating all wobbly.
Yeah. But I mean, as long as it works. I think it's
I
working.
don't think I feel like it threaded it just enough for this bolt to grab it, and now it's like threading itself right now.
Keep going then.
It's gonna be a real jank setup. Like, I've seen only one other person do this, and they said that their setup was super jank too. Like, I don't know, I forgot what they said. Like, they glued it on or something weird. And I was like, no, I want to do a little more quality than that. Now look where we're at. This is quality. It's not even all the way down the threading.
I mean, it feels solid though.
It's solid, but it's sitting a lot higher because originally it was supposed to go down to like this where it tapers.
Yeah.
Or not is it tapering if it gets bigger? No.
I have no idea.
Reverse taper. It was supposed to go all the way down to that, and the threading was supposed to be all the way up. But now, I don't know. I might rock it for a while. We've got this far. Might as well.
Yeah.
There's no point in not.
Do you think it looks good?
I'm scared. I don't
Like
wanna
you just
get
get in here?
I was like, I don't want to get in my truck while it's on all these jacks, but I want it like. Yeah, I mean, it works. It's so crooked, I can fucking see how crooked it is. Maybe if I get the crookedness to lean away from me. So I mean, I guess we kind of got the end result of what we were striving for in this video, which is we have a beer handle shift knob It's not quite the quality that I wanted out of this project, but I mean, as I was telling Miguel right now, this is like a version 1. It's not like a bad first product for taking a shot in the dark with this whole experiment. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna have this for now. We're gonna use it for now, but I'm gonna put this video out, and I want your guys' recommendations and help, and maybe with everything we gather in the comments and stuff, we can do a version 2, which is gonna be hopefully a lot more clean and a lot more quality, you know? So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know this is a very controversial thing, or I've found that this is a very controversial setup, having a beer shift handle. I'm not sure why everybody makes it such a big deal, but let me know what you think in the comments of everything about this video, because like I said, I want to try to do a version 2 of this and get a whole better setup. So thank you guys so much for sticking around in this video. I'm sorry I got preoccupied with all this other stuff we have going on here. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.